Greetings. My name is Parisa Parnian, or you can call me Parisa or Parisa. And I am a former fashion designer and performance artist who has transformed myself into a culinary and cultural creative who is doing all sorts of things that bring together the worlds of food, culture, and art. Okay, so I've been invited by Bookmarks and Breadsticks to review their special Nowruz subscription box. And Nowruz is the Persian New Year, and it happens on the first day of spring, which is towards the end of March, around March 21st. And this subscription box is extra special. I want to tell you a little bit about the Bookmarks and Breadsticks box in general. So this is what you get, the Bookmark and Breadsticks subscription box. And this box is called Read It and Eat It. That's because each box comes with a book that is food related, something you can eat, and some goodies. And all of the products that come in the box are tied together by a theme. So I'm doing the review of the Nowruz Bookmark and Breadsticks subscription box. And this one is a little different because instead of a food-related cookbook or food memoir type of book, this one has a graphic novel in it. And the reason this has a graphic novel memoir in it is because the founder of Bookmark and Breadsticks wanted to dedicate the Persian New Year box to her father, who passed away from pancreatic cancer just this past January. So this is her way of celebrating her Persian roots and her awesome father, who did a lot for building community and helping nonprofits during his lifetime. So that's the only difference, is we're going to be reviewing a graphic novel instead of a food-related book. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so when you receive it, you're going to get a box like this. It's super cute. It's got lots of carb-loaded bread and pretzels on it and cute little motifs of books and notebooks. When you open it up, you're going to have all sorts of goodies in it. Let's start with the book that you get, okay? So I'm super excited to be reviewing this book because Persepolis by Marjan Satrapi is an iconic, essential book, story, memoir of the Iranian diaspora experience. Marjan wrote this, and guess what? It's not just your everyday book. It is a graphic novel. So cool. It's so cool. I mean, I honestly don't think I knew of any other Iranian, much less Iranian women who were becoming world-renowned graphic novelists. This book came out in 2003, and I have a personal story about it because in 2003, I lived in New York City. I was a fashion designer working for a big company. 9/11 had happened a couple of years before, and as an Iranian-American living in a post-9/11 New York, I dealt with a lot of the backlash and the suspicion that came with being from Iran. And when Marjan Satrapi came to New York City to do her book tour, when this book launched in 2003, I was lucky enough to go to the bookstore, I think it was Barnes & Noble's maybe, where she had her book launch in New York. And I had a chance to listen to her speak and get a signed copy of this book and have a chance to talk to her and thank her for, you know, telling the story of a young girl who had to escape Iran due to, you know, all that was going on back during the revolution, and to talk about her experience of being other and being this like somewhere bridge between Western pop culture and traditional Iranian cultures, and her experiences of like rebellion and, you know, connecting more with music. I think it was Michael Jackson. She connected more with Western music, and she was kind of a rebel. And reading her graphic memoir and learning a little bit more about what it was like for people my age who stayed in Iran during the revolution, like she did, at least for a portion of her life, and how that experience impacted them, this was really meaningful. And the fact that you get this as part of the Nowruz subscription package is incredible. I mean, what a treat. And this is like a really great book for both adults and young adults to read and to, you know, learn a little bit about the history of those early post-revolution years of Iran. And you don't have to be Iranian to get something out of this book. There's a reason why this book became a global success and turned into an animated movie. That's right. Not only is this book awesome as a graphic novel, but it's been turned into an animation. And I'm sure if you look on your streaming networks, you'll find someplace where you can watch it. So I highly recommend you grab this subscription box and you read Persepolis. It's so cool. Okay, let's move on to the next. Next up, let's eat, okay? I was excited that this subscription box not only has an awesome book in it to read, but also something to eat, because I love all things food and culinary related. And I'm really excited by this one. Okay, are you ready? So the treat, the food you get in this Nowruz subscription box is Persian trail mix by a brand called Nilufar. Now, you might not know this, but I'm pretty sure Iranians invented trail mix. It's just that we don't call it trail mix, we call it ajil. And right here, she calls it celebration ajil. And let me tell you, this is a celebration because move over hippie trail mix. This is this is like Persian royalty trail mix, okay? We've got the finest ingredients in here. There are, of course, the nuts, right? There's the nuts you would always find in a Persian ajil bowl, because here's the thing. We don't usually eat our ajil or our trail mix out of a Ziploc, like a plastic baggie, the way we've kind of gotten used to trail mix here in America. Oh no, in Iran, you eat your trail mix in beautiful bowls, put on your coffee table, and if you're lucky, there's extra helpings available during special times of year, like the solstice, which is called Shab Yalda, and also the Persian New Year in spring. Persians love celebrating around the equinoxes, right? They love their solstices, they love their equinoxes. It seems like these are when we have a lot of our celebrations, which sounds like a great time because it's the changing of the seasons. So what's in here? We have almonds, we have pistachios, of course, like two core nuts that we love in our Persian ajil. But here's where it gets really exciting. There are some dried fruits in here that you would not find in most American trail mixes, okay? There are black mulberries. That is so cool. If you can look over here, these things are the mulberries. They're these they look like tiny grape clusters, but they're these like really sweet and mild, tasty, dried fruits. I remember the one time I got to go to Iran when I was 11, we would find and eat mulberries in orchards. And of course you could shop for them too. I believe the word in Farsi for mulberry is toot. Toot, 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 toot. Yep, so there's mulberries in here. There's also, what else is in here? Ooh, another very Persian thing. There's dried sour cherries. Get a little tart, get a little sweetness. Seriously, woo, I got really excited there. Just the fact that there's dried sour cherries and mulberries in this gorgeous celebratory trail mix is the bomb. In addition, you have dates. I mean, dates are so freaking biblical, right? They go back to forever. I think like dates have been one of the key things that our ancestors loved to eat. Probably back in the day, scoring a date, eating a date was the equivalent of today, I don't know, getting to go out for gelato, something like a real decadent treat, because dates are so sweet and delicious and nourishing. I think that's it. Let's see what else is in here. So there's almonds, pistachios, dates, black mulberries, dried sour cherries, ooh, and golden berries. That's cool. This is a really beautifully thought out, beautifully packaged trail mix. And I think I'm gonna pour some in a bowl and eat some now. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, I'm back and I poured some of it in a bowl just for us to see together how fabulous this is. Look at this. This is not processed. You know what I mean? Each of these is a whole nut, a whole berry. You can see what you're getting. This is what the golden berry looks like, in case you're wondering. Look at this. Here's the mulberry. These flavors taste so good together. This is one of the little sour cherries. Here's a little pistachio. Here's a piece of date. Seriously, you guys, this is so good. I'm totally into this. This is a trail mix. This is an agile mix. I would happily not only buy for my own home, but give as a gift. It's so decadent and nourishing. You're having so many like authentic nuts and berries that you would totally find in an Iranian agil bowl during Shab Yalda or New Year's or any of those. So here's the baggage again. They deliver. You know how sometimes you see packaging and the pictures of the food, everything is whole and beautiful, and then when you get in there, you can't even recognize what's in there because it's been processed so much? Not here. You're getting exactly what you think you're getting. It's very, very well made, very quality ingredients. I would totally recommend this brand. Nilufar Jun, you did a great job with your trail mix. Bravo. All right, let's move on to the goodie bags that comes with the new Nowruz box. Can I just tell you, I'm having so much fun reviewing this subscription box because it's bringing back all these warm and fuzzy memories for me of growing up as a kid in this like Iranian family in Arizona, where my parents are like hardcore Iranians, and even though we were in Arizona, they went out of their way to make sure we could have all the traditions and do all the celebratory things that makes us Persian. So just eating that ajil, that trail mix, and also, again, the trail mix and the book. So far, I'm just having such a good time with this subscription box. Okay, so on to some more goodies. So the goodies in this box are so useful and so fun. I actually know this company already. They're awesome. They're called Little Persian Learning, and they're really, here, let me take this out of its thing. They're coming up with such wonderful ways for people to learn how to speak and read Farsi. Okay, I'm gonna take this out of its plastic sheet so that's not so shiny when I show you, so bear with me for a second. All right. Okay, so also I just had to make sure that my shoulders are balanced. So check out what you get. You get this awesome poster with these adorable illustrations of all of these fruits and vegetables, okay? This is freaking awesome. I mean, as someone who's now involved in the food world, and specifically I do a lot of stuff with Persian food, I need to learn how to say a lot of these words in Farsi, and definitely I need to learn how to write it in Farsi. So this is, you don't have to be a kid for this to be super useful. Let me see. I'm gonna see if there's any words on here I didn't already know. Let's see. Okay, hendune. Okay, I did not know that raspberry is tamishk. I did not know that. I know tut farangi, I know ananas, I know hulu, I know alu. What's this one? Golabi. Seed, yeah, I know those. Avocado. Oh, look. Avocado. It's the same word. That's so cool. Of course, I know anar, anjir, angur. I'm only looking at this because I'm looking at it in the camera, so I can't quite see. This is, okay, portugal, limu, right? No. Oh, limu torch. See, I didn't know you have to say limu torch. I would have just said limu. Narengi, limu. Okay, this is new for me. Look, what we call a lemon in Farsi or in Persian, depending on what you want to call this language, there's some, I've heard that there's a lot of different people who feel that this language should be called Persian and others who feel it should be called Farsi. So for now, let's just call it Farsi, okay? Or no, actually Persian. We should call it Little Persian because that's what the company's called. They would know, okay? So let's call this language Persian since that seems to be the current trend. Kiwi is called kiwi, okay? Kiwi is kiwi because we don't say wa. Wa is not really a way to speak in the Persian language. It's va. So it's kiwi. This is so cool. So you get this. One side is fruits. The other side are vegetables. I love it. We all have become very familiar with the badam jun. It's kind of like become a an icon at this point. Okay. So in addition to this, awesome. It's almost like flashcards, postcard, poster. I love it. Qarch, piyazche, toropche. Oh, I love this. I'm so into this learning poster. So this comes with the subscription box, and you also get a sweet little greeting card from littlepersian.com. Look, and this says Piru, sorry, it says Noruz Piruz. Noruz Piruz, which means Happy New Year. So you get a beautiful, and guess what? This is a really modern graphic version of the, oh my gosh, what do we call this? I'm losing my words. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I lost my words for a minute, but this is a graphic illustration of the sabze, the sprouted wheat or sprouted lentil grass. It's basically like sprouted grass that Iranians grow for the Persian New Year as part of the haft scene, which is the seven symbolic objects that start with the letter sa, not the letter sa, you know what I mean, sin, whatever, that Iranians put on their New Year's Nowruz table. It's basically like an altar, okay? But it's an altar that's specific to the Persian New Year celebration. So this is a really clever graphic of it on this New Year's greeting card. So in addition to that, you get a bunch of other stuff, like little things in it. You get some bookmark and breadstick paraphernalia, including a bookmark. And, you get a little pamphlet giving you specific information about this particular book. So this particular box, the special Persian box. So Kimberly, who is the founder of Bookmarks and Breadsticks, put a little informational thing together for you that you can read. And it sounds like for each box sold, they're going to be donating a minimum of $5 to buy shelf-stable food goods for this organization. Isn't that awesome? So this is incredibly awesome. Not only do you get to have a celebratory box that has a lot of Persian culture infused in it, but you're also going to help a nonprofit and help other people have a chance to eat as well. So the name of the nonprofit they're helping is Helping Hands, and it's a rescue mission. And I believe Kimberly told me that this is a mission, a rescue mission that her late father was very involved with during his life. So it all comes full circle. It's really feel good. Let's spread the love. If you've been wanting to get a really cool subscription box where you get to get books and food and culturally relevant goodies, this is the box to get. And bookmarks and breadsticks is the wonderful new subscription brand company that you should support. Okay, I am going to sign off. Thank you again, Kimberly, for giving me an opportunity to review this book and this ajil and this food poster. It's all been wonderful. Okay, bye.